Welcome back. Welcome back to another fun-filled show. I'm your host, T is Blanchard, aka Free Blanche, aka Blanche Adamas, aka Blanchie Kruger. And today's title is Black Misery Month Hell Week Part 2, Black Privilege. Black Misery Month Hell Week Part 2, Black Privilege. In my life, I have never seen racism against Black people. I've only seen racism against white people in my life. What I've seen with my own two eyes. I've only seen racism towards white people. And also, I've never seen white privilege, but I have seen Black privilege. Now, again, this is with my own two eyes, what I've observed. I've only seen racism towards white people, and I've only seen Black privilege. Now, many of you all out there will say, I'm a sellout, I'm a coon, I'm a bootlicker, Uncle Tom, I'm trying to do it for white people. And listen, man, newsflash, the majority of white people don't care. They don't. The majority of white people are living their life just like you are. The only people fixated on race are Black people and liberals. That's it. Everybody else is living their life. Black people and liberals are the only ones obsessed with race. Anyway, hope y'all doing well today. What's up, Prudence? What's up, Lynn Bell? What's up, Flaxseed? What's up, Uncanny Creators? What's up, JV Chanel? What's up, Amber Cole? What's up, LARPing for Cash? What's up, Angela? What's up, Jocelyn? What's up, Dula? What's up, Tia? What's up, Leatherface? I ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't seen Leatherface in a minute. But what's up? Welcome back. You know, let's just jump right into it, man. Let's just jump right into it.
Very attracted to Black men.
Why?
Athletes, I feel like they're just so exotic looking. I also like their upbringing because we, as Russians and Black people, I'm very attracted to Black men.
Why?
Athletes, I feel like they're just so exotic looking. I also like their upbringing because we have very similar upbringing. As Russians and Black people, we have
in America, Black people in America and Russians have similar
it's very
upbringings.
strict.
What does this mean? What does strict mean?
You know, you have to respect your elders. There's like, you know, if you have food on the plate, you have to finish the plate. Family values. It's like very similar. So a lot of times, you know, I can have a very deep and spiritual conversation with a Black person. I can count on my hand how many times I had a deep and spiritual conversation with a white person in America. It is, you would be surprised. That's why when I moved to Atlanta, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm home now. Because it's like a lot of times it'd be like, oh my God, girl, no, I just can't. It's like, bro, speak words. I don't, what are you doing? Or it'd be so, you know, if you say something, you know, I haven't seen my family in 10 years, they'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm not asking for your sorry.
Yeah, we're just talking.
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
And this whole thing of like this white American notion of saying, I'm sorry about everything. It's like, why are you sorry? I didn't ask you for that. I'm not begging you for sorry.
Yeah.
I'm actually sharing my thoughts and I'm expecting you to share your thoughts back.
Yeah.
So we can have a conversation.
That's what it is, back and forth.
But no, it's very tough. So that's why I'm like, most of my people, they're Black. Like, I don't really have that many. So it's either like immigrants or Black people majority. Like, that's just what it is.
So,
okay. So this Russian girl, she's a tennis player and she's very tall and big. So again, she's not going to be the high on the menu because of her size. Now, so Black men, again, have no standards. So Black men will take anything. Not saying she's below standard, but I'm just saying every other race of women knows if all else fails, they can go to get to a Black man. Every other race of woman knows If I strike out with my race, I can always go to a black man. And all women, listen, all women know this. All women know that if all else fails, the black man will take me. And it's sad, they're right. Because y'all don't have any standards. Happy Black Misery Month. So this young lady right here, again, dear black people, this is you all's problem. Now, she just told a bold-faced lie. She said that black people got strict upbringings, family values. The black folks she's around, they may be more well-behaved black, but I guarantee they liberal. Like, again, she moved to Atlanta. What do you think she's encountering in Atlanta, honestly? She said she moved to Atlanta and it felt like home. What do you think she is encountering in Atlanta when it comes to black men? Do you think she's getting the cream of the crop? You think she's getting Benjamin Carson? You think she's getting, what's his name? Clarence Thomas? What do you think she's encountering when it comes to black men in Atlanta? And she said that she can have a deep conversation with a white person. Well, that's because you only talk to white liberals. Of course you can. Like, again, people, this notion that white people aren't deep and aren't spiritual is a lie. The problem with you all is that you all only speak to a certain type of white person, which is usually a white liberal. They're libtards. They're dumb. They are very surface level people. All they care about is virtue signaling and making y'all feel good. Hope y'all can hear me, but they're horrible. So this notion that you haven't encountered deep or, I guess, intelligent white people is foolish because you're around libtards. I guarantee it. You're around dummies. There are plenty of white folks I've met in my life that have been highly intelligent and highly spiritual. I have a friend right now. She is white. She is from North Dakota. Yes, North Dakota. And she is a dear friend of mine. I'm talking about dear friend. She is as white as they come, and she is one of the most spiritual, God-fearing, discerning women I've ever met in my life. And she is from Minot, North Dakota. So again, you're surrounded by a bunch of shallow dummies. And again, what deep conversation is she having with black people? What's deep? Talking about white people and racism? Like, what's the deep conversation you're having? Just help me out. Again, y'all do know that when these white liberal women come over to the dark side, they have to come over here paying homage to blackness and racism and all this nonsense. She's not coming over here as a real Russian, because a real Russian doesn't sympathize with black people. A real Russian does not sympathize with black folks in America. They don't. Anyway, let me get off the screen. But anyway, today's title is Black Misery Month, Hell Week Part 2, Black Privilege. Now, again, this is a part of privilege. And this is privilege because black men and black people are given concessions just by appearance, meaning that people either want to get in their good graces or people want to look out for them simply by appearance. That is privilege. If a person wants to give you something for nothing, just for you existing, that's privilege. So you see what she did? She created a whole scenario of how black people are, which is totally false, but she created one just to be able to date them. And I guarantee she's not gonna get married. They're not gonna marry you. I've seen her. They're not gonna marry you, ma'am. They're not gonna marry you. Anyway, let's continue. Right, Jocelyn, nothing in common, just sex. She said, "Ooh, they look so exotic." Okay. Anyway, it's just sexual. That's all. It's just sexual. Anyway, let's continue. I don't know why I picked that video.
Off from the complex. He was tracked. That's how Sharika Kennedy describes the murder of her son.
Why? Now that's the question. Why? No, my baby was probably genuinely his friend. My baby wasn't expecting him to shoot him. Everybody in the house was like, they thought he was joking about the fries.
19-year-old Jarvis Davis shot and killed inside this West Fort Worth apartment near Camp Bowie in 820 back on January 28th. Witnesses told police a group just got back from grabbing food at Wingstop when there was an argument. Investigators say Davis didn't share his fries with the suspect, later identified as 18-year-old LaMarcus Darden.
My son's girlfriend was laying on his lap at the time of it, and she said she just heard a glass break. A gunshot and a glass break.
Fort Worth police say Darden pulled out a handgun, shot Davis in the head, and took off from the complex. He was tracked down nearly 2 weeks later. Kennedy, a mother of 8, now with a missing piece in her family and frustrated considering she says her son and Darden were friends.
How it happened is just, I'm never going to be okay with it. I'm never going to be okay with it.
Now,
Davis,
I want you to think about all the platitudes the white girl just gave black people, and this boy got his brains blown out over some fries. Not money, not dope, not a woman, not beef, over some fries. He got his brains blown out over some fries. And when they said the mother had 8 children, now you see why he got his brains blown out. Think about it. Think about a woman that has 8 children and she's single. The chances of a single parent with 1 child and that child not being successful, the chance of that child not being successful is very high. Imagine 8. With each child, the number goes up. So by the 8th child, it's guaranteed failure. By the 8th child, it's guaranteed failure. I don't know if he was the 8th, but he got killed over some French fries. I keep telling you, black people, to stop naming your children these foolish names. Because names have meanings. When you make up names to go against white people, you curse yourself. Because what you're doing is based on a false premise. See, what y'all don't understand is that what you all are reacting to is a lie. It's a lie. Satan told Eve that if she ate the fruit, she would be like God. And even God said, if they ate the fruit, they'll be like us. But not all the way. You see, God was specific in what he said. Be like us in knowing good and evil. But guess what? If you were really like God, you wouldn't disobeyed. Think about it. The fact that you disobeyed makes you not like God. The fact that you're entertaining Satan makes you not like God. So even though you ate the fruit and your eyes are open, you're still not like God based on your behavior. Because the ends don't justify the means. And so, dear black people, what you all are doing is you are listening to Satan, and Satan is telling you that if you name your child this crazy name, they're going to stand out. The problem is stand out among who and stand out where. There's probably some folks in hell right now more on fire than other people. Like, it's probably somebody in hell right now looking like the Human Torch. Probably somebody in hell right now looking like ashes. We don't know. But stand out where and stand out among who? Again, dear Black people, these crazy names are putting a curse on your children because the premise of the name is to go against white people, which is wrong. It's wrong. Stop naming your children these crazy names, because what's going to happen to them is they're going to get their brains blown out over some French fries. They're going to get their brains blown out over some French fries. Combat Medic said there was a shooting at a restaurant here in Baton Rouge behind some fries a few weeks ago. Yeah. LARPing for Cash said, Blanche, a Black guy just ran over 3 white people in a car and killed an infant just 15 minutes away from me just about a week ago. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. Black privilege is real. It's real. Think about committing all these crimes and the media is like this. Shh, that's privilege. Think about leading the country in abortions and the media is like, shh, that's privilege. For who you really are to not be exposed, that is privilege. It's privilege. Let's continue.
Surrounded on all sides. The Jewish filmmaker Michael Moore says Jews and Muslims need to band together to oppose their real enemy, white Christians.
White Christian European people.
We saw this same rhetoric from a chief rabbi just 1 month ago at the World Economic Forum Summit, saying that Jews and Muslims have vested interests opposing the beliefs of Europeans. Now, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the French opposition leader, says that he represents the party of replacement, something they used to deny.
De la capacité de nos listes à incarner la nouvelle France, celle du grand remplacement.
American representatives are celebrating that white people are becoming a minority. Charles Barron, a Black New York State representative, says he has the honor to say that he lost white population in his community.
I have the distinct honor to be able to come before you and say I actually lost white population in my community.
Jean Wu, the...
Can you imagine? Again, I've only seen racism against white people. Listen to me very clearly. I have only seen racism against white people. What you just saw in this video so far, we're not even halfway through the video. What you just saw, if this was done towards any other race of people, it would be prime time CNN global news. A Jewish person saying we need to team up with the Muslims to oppose white ideology. I told you all that the greatest threat to this globalist system is white solidarity. Everybody is terrified of white folks saying they want to be left alone. Everybody's terrified. That is everybody's greatest fear, is for white folks to say we want to be on our own and left alone. You know why? Because they know the only reason this chaos can function in society is because most white folks have some sense. If you remove white people and it's just Jews and blacks and Hispanics and immigrants, they will kill each other. And Asians, they will kill each other. They will devour each other. The only reason it seems somewhat civil is because everybody is against one group, and that's white people. Again, I've only seen racism against white people. Let's continue.
Leader of Texas Democrats, a Chinese man born in China, says white people are the minority in the country now and non-whites need to unite to oppose them.
That they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning.
A New York Times writer, Wajahat Ali, a Pakistani man I made a video on, says white people are doomed. They live miserable lives anyways. It'll be better once they are gone.
You have lost. Your story is a shitty story filled with misery.
We saw Anthony Bourdain say the only...
Could you imagine if this was about Black people or Jewish people or Hispanic people or Asian? If it was about any other group of people, it would be literal outrage. Literal outrage. Protests, marches, riots. It's crazy. And it's sad because even trying to defend yourself from this as a white person, you're going to be called racist. You can't even defend. Like, just imagine you're defending yourself against something that's very obvious, anybody with a brain, and they're calling you racist.
only solution for white people, the best case scenario, is that they no longer exist anymore.
It's a kind of utopia, just the fact that the whole world will mix up with each other, that in, I don't know, 70, 80 years, there will be no white people anymore and only cappuccino colored people.
But that's the only way. This is the only solution. This is my way of thinking.
Mix up,
it's our only hope.
The left used to deny.
Imagine, and this is what's funny, right? This is what's funny. This is what's funny. Imagine these people, Anthony Bourdain, didn't he end up killing, he killed himself, right? Imagine this rhetoric right here. Imagine if a white person said the world will eventually be all white. Outrage. This man said the only way, what's the only way? I don't know. Only way from what? Or to what? He said the only way for this to work is if there be no white people. See, what I'm telling you all is all of this propaganda and programming that they're feeding us, all of it is really about white people. It's not about Jews or blacks or anybody else. It's about white people. All of this rhetoric, propaganda, these stories, all of it is literally about white people. I've never seen racism towards a black person. And I've never seen a white person with privilege. I've only seen black folks with privilege and white folks experiencing racism. White people experience so much racism that it's just normal. It's a part of American, it's a part of American culture. It's a part of 90% of news stations, magazines, movies. This man just said the only solution is to get rid of all white people. So the notion is, think about this from a very base level. That means that everybody else is good and white people are bad. Think about it. If there aren't any more white people, then it's a utopia. So look at even the messaging in that is saying that white people are the most bad and the most evil, and by default, everybody else is good. And this goes back to black privilege. So because the white people exist, that means black people are good. But they say by proxy, they're good.
The white people were becoming minorities in their own nations. Now they openly celebrate it, and it's their party platform. Hundreds of journalists, elected officials, business figures, public school teachers, and major public social media figures believe things like this, and they share it.
This guy's name is Ian Brington, Byington.
White people are surrounded on all sides. The Jewish filmmaker Michael Moore says Jews and Muslims need to band together.
Yes. At IAN_BYINGTON. I like his content. I really appreciate unapologetic white people. I do. Because once white people are no longer here in positions of power, the Antichrist is coming. It's over. It's a wrap. It's going to be hell on earth. Could you imagine no white people anywhere? Could you imagine that? Oh, you can't imagine. It's called black neighborhoods. You can't imagine it. You've been there. It's hell. Imagine if the whole world was like, imagine if the whole world was like the hood. Imagine if the whole world was like the hood. Imagine.
Somalia is ranked as the most anti-LGBT country in the world, next to Afghanistan, another country that Trump is banning immigration. Is that a concern for you guys?
What about the people who are trying to flee from persecution from those places and they want to come to America and then all of a sudden they can't?
That is one of the motivating reasons of why they're coming here. Yes, they're fleeing like the civil war in Somalia that's been going on for decades.
What does banning Somalians and other people from coming into the country do? That's not preventing terrorism, it's just preventing people from having refugee status.
One of the main concerns, I mean, this is a little bit off the initial question, but is that we can't effectively vet people that are coming from certain third world countries because they don't have modern record keeping. You know, like it's a war-torn country. The government is half run by Al-Shabaab. The other is like a government that's not really strong or modern. Same thing with Afghanistan. It's run by the Taliban. So if we're trying to vet people to make sure they're not terrorists or criminals or rapists or whatever it could be, we can't really go and ask that country for like up-to-date good records about what these people are. So President Trump and his supporters are saying, hey, it's not worth it. It's a tough situation, but like it's a huge risk and it's just not worth doing it right now.
So potentially, I'm not saying we should let in rapists and terrorists and criminals, but majority of these people who we can I'm not saying we can fairly vet them, but majority of these people are people who are just seeking refuge.
Maybe there's...
Now, you saw what she just did? This is privilege. What is she basing that off of? What is she basing the majority of people coming over here are just seeking refuge? Where does she get that from? How does she know? She doesn't. She's basing it off of appearance. Appearance. They don't look white, so they're good. That's called privilege. They don't look white or they're not white, so we're going to break laws and change rules so they can come over here. That's called privilege. I've never seen that done for white people in my life. I've never seen them bending rules, changing laws for white people. I've never seen it before in my life. I've never seen it. I've never seen that. I've never seen everything they're doing right now for immigrants. They're doing all this stuff for immigrants. I've never seen it happen to white people, ever. I've never seen it happen for white people, ever. These folks are breaking their necks for these immigrants, giving them money, housing, food, sneaking them over here. Like, it's crazy. I have never seen that done for white people at all, ever. It's called privilege. It's just not white privilege. You can call it black privilege. You can call it immigrant privilege. You can call it Somali privilege. But it's still privilege.
Cultural incompatibilities that we should be concerned about too, right? So like the fact that it's the most anti-LGBT country and there's actually the death penalty for being gay in Somalia. 87% of Somalians polled said that they agree with the tenets of Sharia law very strongly. Is any of that a legitimate concern for us to have as Americans?
I think that's a really big exaggeration and demonization of a lot of Muslim people. And I think if
it's like the data from the polling.
I know it's the data, but part of it is that they're coming here and seeking refuge will not governmentally they have the right to say what they want. I have the right to say what I want.
Can I ask, would either of you guys want to go and live in Somalia?
I would not want to live in Somalia, but I wouldn't want people to be rejected from Somalia because they're Somalian.
You saw what she did? You saw what she did right there? She said rejected because they're Somalian, not because they can't be properly vetted. You saw that? She said rejected because they're Somalian, not because they may be a potential rapist or murderer. Again, that's privilege. When your skin color or nationality or race or ethnicity, whatever you want to call it, when that can supersede the safety of people in your country, that's called privilege. That's called privilege. Because what she's saying is we're willing to lose people so they can be over here. Everybody wants to have purpose. Everybody wants to have meaning, but that comes from God. If a Democrat or liberal or communist will give you meaning or a globalist, you're doomed. Your meaning comes from God. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting.
You know, I don't know what it is, and it's very difficult to sit by and watch a profession that I love be completely destroyed right in front of your eyes all the time. And you have to be safe about what you say. You have to be polite. You have to be very PC, if you will. But how? This is the latest 30 by 30 agenda, DEI hire by Orleans Parish County in Louisiana, and Sheriff Susan Hudson, who thinks that this is a great idea. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that you have a female who was elected sheriff based on her gender, her skin color, who then feels that she needs to appoint more deputies who represent her gender, her skin color. But I want to look at the qualifications, and I leave it completely up to you. You, the resident of Orleans Parish, if you think this is acceptable, great. But this is on Bree Fineass is this woman. This is her Instagram page, and it's public. This is the newly hired sheriff. No fitness standards. None whatsoever. If this woman...
Now, I want to think about this now. What crime is she going to fight? If she couldn't fight the urge to consume that 10-piece all flat lemon pepper with fries and extra ranch and the sweet tea lemonade mix, if she couldn't fight the urge to not eat that meal, how is she going to fight crime? She's an obese, okay. Forget all the race stuff, forget all that. Physically, how is she going to fight crime? Physically. Lashes, she can't see. Weave. How's she going to pack and shoot? Come on. Overweight. Nails. She can't chase the suspect, so she can't chase. I'm just saying from a logistics standpoint or a practical standpoint. How is she going to pursue criminals? How? This is called privilege. This is called privilege. She got hired because she was Black and a woman. That's called privilege. She ain't passed no kind of PT standards. There's no way. How long did it take her to jog 2 miles? Because she had to go through the police academy or some kind of academy of training. Please show me her training, please. I need to see it. I need to see her go through all the obstacles. I got to see it. I need to see this young lady go through all of the obstacles. And I bet when she pulled that hat off, that hair comes with it. That hair is attached to that hat. But I want to see her go through the obstacles. I do.
Is on patrol, and I don't know if she's going to be serving court, jail. I'm not sure. She carries a firearm on her, so she's going to have the same authority when it comes in this.
Listen, y'all. Listen. This is called privilege. Just go find a fat white person that was hired by the sheriff department or police department. Show me an out of shape white person that made the force. Show me. What is she going to do?
Street Can we count on this woman to do the job properly when it comes time and her health?
Could you imagine? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See, this is what they want, right? And again, this is what they want. I'm going to tell you, here goes a little secret. The LGBTQs, what they're doing is they got education. Now they're going to the social services and civil services now. And so what they're doing is they're going to be like your fire chiefs. They're going to be your police chiefs, your sheriff. Like they're going to be in all these positions, the LGBTQs. And they're going to completely decimate police force in these inner cities. They're going to destroy them. Because the goal is, right, to have it so chaotic that white folks don't want to be there. Now, white liberals will still stay there and get their head blown off. They don't care. They'll be a sacrificial lamb. But the decent white people, they want them all out in the suburbs because they got a plan for them. Listen, you white conservatives, y'all better wake up. You God-fearing white conservative Christians, y'all better wake up. They got a whole plan for you all. They are going to dominate these major cities.
And fitness not be an issue that would put her in a position to go right to her pistol if she's losing a fight. This is where we're at in America.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, LARPing for cash. There is only one way out. You are right, sir. And it's going to require bloodshed. Just show me. This is privilege.
America, we hire unqualified, physically unqualified people. And if that wasn't enough, clearly let's start to sexualize it, right? Here's a child. Here's the sheriff. But the sheriff allows this. We're going to promote and sexualize the position you just gave this woman, right? You just gave her the badge, just swore her in. And let's take a look at her public Instagram. Bree Fine Ass. Sheriff, this is what you think is a good representation for your county? I don't know. At this point, it's literally unfair. It's the lowest hanging fruit possible, but it's also destroying a profession that deserves to be respected and honored. And it's not getting either one of it. Somewhere out in Parrish County, another more qualified man, his application was thrown in the garbage to appoint a woman who thinks that this is dress up and who thinks that this is a joke of a job. And sadly, women like her all across America in agencies everywhere, including your town where you live in, are proving that it is a joke of a job. Congratulations and welcome to a profession. I hope that you make a massive difference in it and you don't continue to embarrass it any further.
Again, this is black privilege. There is nothing about what we've seen about this woman right now that says she's not only prepared for the force or that she even cares about the force. Nothing about her screams police or sheriff. Nothing. Nothing about her says law enforcement. Nothing. So you mean to tell me they were passing up qualified men who I guarantee were physically in shape and they picked her? It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Guys, today we're going to be paying attention to this Walking North Face advertisement that just looked up at the counter. Got to make sure that cashier is busy, so he's going to make his way into the middle aisle. And meanwhile, his distraction's making his way up to the counter. So while I'm price checking a pack of Noops, Mr. North Face spots the delicious beverages, and he's trying to go hard tonight. So he's going to reach in there and he's going to pull out 1 and 2 Mike's Harder lemonades. And what's he going to do with them? Well, obviously he's going to do a little shoop right into his pockets. Then he's going to look up at the camera.
11:38. Dear black people, stop doing crime. Dear black people, y'all don't make the best criminals. Y'all do better at running and catching and throwing, but your skill ain't crime because y'all are horrible. This man stole the drinks and looked at the camera.
So I'm clicking away, trying to confirm whether or not I saw what I think I saw, and yep, he stole. Gotta take out my AirPod, put Kill Tony on hold. Thanks a lot, thief.
And so this guy's running interference right here. So you got two black kings, and they stealing Mike's hard lemonades. They're not building a pyramid. They're not finding a map to ancient Kemet. They are stealing Mike's hard lemonades. The black man is weak.
69 cents. So he pulls up his pants like most shoplifters do, and he's going to start looking at the coolers. You know, you really got to make it look like you can't find what you're looking for. So he's going to make his way into the middle aisle with his Versace frames and his Fear Edition Jordan 4 Retros. All right, what else do I not want to pay for? What do they got? Let's see here. Chips, combos, nope, good on those. Let's see here. Where are the Reese's? Is this not the candy aisle? Nope, doesn't look like the candy aisle. I could really go for a fast break, if you know what I mean. All right, and oh, what do you know? There's the Super King fast breaks right there. There you go. And right on cue, gotta make sure the cashier hears your excuse to get out the door without buying anything, so he's going to leave with his Mike's Hards and his Super King fast breaks. Are you an idiot?
What?
What do you mean what? Don't play dumb?
What are you talking about, man?
You're a thief. Why are you playing dumb?
I didn't steal.
What do you think I'm out here for? Oh, you're just gonna walk away? Yeah, you're a piece of All right, let's get your plate number. Calling the police. Oh man, you better leave. Man. Woo!
Dear black people, stop doing crime. Stop doing crime. Stop doing crime. in your own vehicle, in front of the camera. Just stop doing crime. Stop. That's called black privilege. Stop doing crime. Stop doing it. For y'all to be that dumb and do crime is a privilege. It truly is a privilege.
African American Senegal is long life. Present here.
Oh, thanks.
Monsieur, present here.
Can you give it to me?
Monsieur, present. Look. No, present.
It's okay, it doesn't suit me.
It's a present, my baby.
Aww. Okay, it's a present. Got a nice present here.
My friend.
Yeah, it's a present, right? This present too?
I will do something for you, my baby.
This present?
Some money.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it. But you said a present.
Give money.
You said it's a present.
You want problem? You want
Do I want problem?
See.
Do I want problem?
See.
You said it's free.
Oh, give me back the present.
Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me, man. Come on.
Oh, give me back
Don't
the
touch
present.
me, dude.
Give me
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Grazie mille. Yeah?
Don't
do it. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
You can't go around telling people that they presents and then demand money from them. Because that's a scam.
Do it, man. Don't do it.
Scammer.
Don't do it.
Scammer. Scammer.
My video, man.
Yeah.
I put it.
Now again, y'all say white folks are racist, but you leave your country, travel to a white country to be a criminal. Think about this. Think about you're leaving your country to go to a white country to be a criminal, not to be a productive citizen, not to make a better life for yourself, but to go there and scam. You're telling people it's a free gift, but then if I take it, you're asking me for money.
Call police. Come, look, video. Smile. Smile. Stop scamming people. Stop scamming people. Stop telling them it's free and then demanding money. You're a scammer. Don't reach them. Don't reach. Don't reach. Don't reach. I'm not scared of you, bro. I'm not scared of you, bro. Fuck you with that. Fuck you. Dickhead. Let's go, Fred. Let's go.
Let's see that again. Let's see that one more time.
Stop scamming people. Stop telling them it's free and then demanding money. You're a scammer. Don't reach them. Don't reach. Don't reach. Don't reach. I'm not scared of you, bro. I'm not scared of you, bro. Fuck you with that. Fuck you. Dickhead. Let's go, Fred. Let's go.
Hey. I'm telling you this right now. All these white folks ain't liberal. I'm just letting y'all know right now. All these white folks, because y'all very slow when it comes to white people. Y'all think they all the same. Y'all very slow. All these white people are not liberal. There's some white folks don't care about none of that. They don't care about your bravado, the image. They don't care about none of that. They want the smoke. He said, listen, I'm not afraid of you. I ain't one of them. I ain't a libtard. I'm going to knock your head off. Let's watch that one more time. Ooh, he hit him so, it was just so clean though. It was just a clean hit. So clean.
I'm not scared of you, bro. I'm not scared of you, bro. Fuck you with that. Fuck you. Dickhead. Let's go, Fred. Let's go.
Crazy? Just a short right. It wasn't even like it was really a hard punch, but it was just like a backup punch. Like just a quick little tap, just to touch that button real quick. Just a little tap. Let you know I'm here, He hit the ground. Boy, he was looking up like, oh my goodness. Yeah. That was a tap. Let's continue. But to think that you can go to somebody else's country and become a criminal is privilege. Like it's privilege. Think about you can go to somebody else's country, get all the benefits, the government assistance, and you can be a criminal. That was just a beautiful little right. Ooh, that was a beautiful punch. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's continue.
Damn, twin tops. Come on, cuz. Real J. Blood on that. Lay you lay. They know what's going on though. Come on, man. We just QE, that's it. We quill block. We got from 85th Mesquite all the way down to 85th Marquette. We running both ways on my daughter, nigga. 89 really y'all shit. Through this bitch doing anything over 25, we find it up. We come our way, it's more than 150 coming. None with hiccups. Don't let my big brother nightmare though, you know that. Yeah, homie. You know that. 3 o'clock. Shout out my QB. QB 084 shit, nigga. I know how to fucking come. I know how to come, nigga.
Yep. Y'all see any pyramids? Y'all see any new inventions?
Coming to the trenches, man. Y'all know what's going on. Don't be taking my shit, man. Long live the guys, man. They can't wait. Skull, Lil D, man.
Now, Mayor Brandon is complaining about ICE. The title says, while Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson complains about ICE, this is what's going on in his city. Now, again, this is called privilege. To be a mayor and be allowed to avoid everything bad in your city and focus on ICE is a privilege. That's Black privilege. Because you're a Black mayor, you got to take no responsibility for your city. That's called privilege. Could you imagine if a white mayor was doing this? Could you imagine? I've never seen white privilege, but I have seen Black privilege.
I'm back for the comeback, man. 2026, this our summer, man. On Chief, it's baby Sco. That's baby Sco amongst the only the Scos on Chief. I'm 60 days out. You hear me, Baba? For long live Zach. For them long live Ken, long live Marseille.
Y'all know how to f*** coming, man. 069, man. Niggas know how to f*** coming.
Don't chase this shit on your ass. He said you try to.
Listen, I'm never ashamed about what I say, and I know what I'm saying is true. Because I know that whoever my critics are, they can't explain this. Whoever my critics are, they can't explain this. And see, the goal is truly, because I know the end of this story is going to be horrific, because Black people are not built for globalism. They're just not. Black people are not built for this what's coming. They're not built for it. Y'all are going to be literal slaves. Like y'all are going to be in literal slavery. I mean, literal. It's sad. It's sad. Play it again. And what's crazy is, and this is the problem, and this is the real reason why Black people can't function in society, because they don't respect social norms. They don't accept them. And so the problem is that because the guy is white and his money is sitting there, they feel like they can just take money from him. This is the problem with Black people, is that Black people don't respect the social arena. Everybody knows you don't ever touch a performer's tip money. Like that's an understood rule among all races of people. I mean, even the lowest of the immigrant, or the lowest of the Asian, or the lowest of the Hispanic, or the lowest of the white, the lowest of those society, those groups, still wouldn't do this. The lowest of those other races of people would not do this. But Black people, not even the lowest, would do it. Remember that one time the young man was on the piano playing and the girl came by and they took his tip money and knocked his stuff down, and then they wanted to beat him? Remember that? You see, most of this that you see between white and Black is just jealousy and envy. It's just jealousy and envy, because Black people feel like white people are more favored by God than they are. They believe that white people wake up to a great life. Nobody had to sweat. Nobody had to bleed. Nobody had to die. Nobody had to cry. Just white people wake up in the morning and life is great. You talk to the average black person and they think that the majority of white people are well off. Even though the majority of Americans live check to check, even though the majority of Americans don't have any savings, even though those are actual statistics, if you ask the average black person, I mean, from PhD down to illiterate, they all believe that white people are all doing well. You see, when it comes to white people, and I'm going to say this, white people chose to live in the worst climates and terrains imaginable. They lived in those areas and they thrived. So what I'm saying is that white culture, Western culture, was born out of a need to survive, but not just survive, out of a need to thrive. So when you go to Africa and other places in the world, they're just surviving. But white people said, no, we got to thrive. We got to thrive. You can put right now today, you can say we're going to punish white people and put them in the worst terrains in the world. And I guarantee in 100 years, they would have the best cities and the best economies. That's how God made them. You know, white people's gifts are order, structure, systems, but also the foundation of that is the willingness, the drive, the fortitude to make things better. That is a gift that God gave white people. He didn't give black folks that gift. I'm sorry, he didn't get it. Y'all got some gifts, but that wasn't it. White folks got that gift. Y'all didn't get that gift. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. And listen, y'all, I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, and I will be back on Saturday. I promise y'all. Today, tomorrow, and Saturday. We're going back to back to back to back to back.
Put the like, my shit is right here. My shit is right here.
Hold on, before I get into this, hold on. Jesus loves you. What happened with you and Keisha? You don't mind me asking. Jesus loves you. You said you fell out with Keisha. What happened? Anyway, I'll wait for your answer. But let's continue.
Put the like, my shit is right here. My shit is right here.
You're in a public gym, filming in front of a dumbbell rack, and you're getting angry at people for walking through your video while they're putting their weights back. This is honestly ridiculous. Putting a camera in front of a dumbbell rack is always going to result in people walking through your frame. And that's on you, not on the people trying to get or return the weights. I don't care who you are. Your video is never more important than other members, and if you can't handle that, you shouldn't be filming in public spaces. So here are your charges, young man. First-degree entitlement, public space misuse, unlawful camera placement, and disorderly gym conduct.
And I went to the comments of this video, and the black guy was doubling down. He didn't care. The black guy was unapologetic and didn't care. He didn't care. Now imagine you're at a gym and you put your camera in front of the dumbbell rack. Think about this. Think about just basic common sense. People want to use the dumbbell rack and then re-rack the weights. You literally have your camera. Like, it's just the dumbest thing to do. It's just dumb. I ended up going to his page. He just foolish. Just foolish.
My shit is right here. My shit is right here.
You're in a public gym, filming in...
And just think about this, right? He ain't even lifting weights. Like, he's not even lifting weights. Like, he's not even working out. Like, think about it. How is it a problem if you're just sitting there? You can edit that out. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's not, dude, it's nuts. He's not even working out. He's just sitting there contemplating his life. I don't know what he's doing. He's not even working out, though. How is it walking in front of the camera a problem? You ain't even working out. That's crazy. That is crazy. I just realized that he's not even working. That's just crazy. The black man is weak. You said you fell out. April Chapman and Jason Whitlock have lied and stolen from brother Seiko, and Keisha knows about with proof from YouTube vids at Blanche. What did they steal from him? What did they steal from him? Yeah, he touched that guy, man. Yeah, he out of pocket, man. But again, they're in New Jersey. They're some liberal, Newark is one of these liberal cities. Yeah, I'm curious as to what they stole from him. A 37-year-old Muslim man marries a 6-year-old girl in northern Nigeria. I don't care what y'all say is wrong. Ain't nothing right about it. is wrong, and ain't nothing right about it. That girl is 6 years old. That girl is 6 years old. Even if he don't do nothing with the girl until she becomes a certain age, she's still 6. And my question is, at what age is he going to do something with her? At what age? 12? 14? At what age is he going to decide he wants to consummate this marriage? At what age? When she gets her cycle? This is sick. Thank you, Justice. He is not going to wait until she's 21. Of course not. So again, when is he going to, at what age is he going to wait for her to consummate this marriage? It's just crazy, man. This is crazy. Even looking at a 6-year-old, I would be I would be disgusted, man. That's a baby. Forget child, that's a baby. She's 6. She don't even know what's going on. She don't even know what's even going on. What are y'all telling her? What are her parents telling her? What is the village telling her? What are they telling her? What are they telling her? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Look at the black community, y'all. This is what y'all voted for. This is what y'all voted for. Look at this.
Hold up. The Quran says you only got to wait 3 months after marriage, no matter what age. What? The Quran says you only have to wait 3 months after marriage, no matter what age. That is this. That's sick. It's disgusting.
Look at the black community, y'all. This is what y'all voted for. This is what y'all voted for. Look at this. This is disgusting. But black people always blaming white people. This is what y'all voted for. This is what you get when you vote blue. These are the policies. These are direct policies of Democrat Party. Make America.
I reject what he's saying right now. You throwing trash on the ground has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans. That's a character issue. Like, this is a character issue. And again, this is an all-black neighborhood. You don't see any pyramids. You don't see any schools. You don't see ancient Kemet. You don't see any inventions. You don't see any cars that can fly. You don't see anything that they claim is so great about black people. All you see is death, destruction, and damnation via decadence. This is what happens when black folks congregate together and come together in a community. Nothing but destruction. Now, ain't no white folks around, and look how it looks. There are no white people around, and it's trash everywhere. Abandoned buildings, condemned buildings. Now, think about this now, y'all. Just because you live in an area doesn't mean you have to throw trash on the ground. This is a character issue. This is a moral issue. And I talk about the low character of black culture. This is what I talk about. You don't respect your environment because you don't respect yourself. You don't respect your environment, so you don't respect yourself. It's disgusting. Not a white person in sight, and look what black folks do. What happened to the lemonade stand with the children? kids outside playing, none of that. I guarantee the homicide rate is high, literacy rate is high, abortion rate is high, STD rate is high, poverty rate is high. When you get black folks and leave them alone, this is what happens. This is what happens. Not Wakanda, this. Not Wakanda, this is the reality of black people. This. You throwing trash on the ground has nothing to do with white people, Democrats or Republicans. This ain't a policy issue. This is a character issue. You throwing trash on the ground is a sin. You destroying your neighborhood is a sin. The white people gave you the sidewalks, gave you the streets, gave you the street lights, gave you the parks, gave you everything you wanted. Look what y'all did with it. Y'all fought for integration, and look what you did with it. And it's because a bad tree cannot bear good fruit, and a good tree cannot bear bad fruit. Dear black people, your tree is bad. Dear black people, your tree is bad. Every movement that you all have had been bad. It's all bad. It's not rooted in what's right. That's why. Piss, trash, rats, roaches, crime, lack of education. It's just horrible. And at the end of all of this, you're going to blame white people. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Thank you, JV Chanel. I once knew a white guy in the music scene. He's very much a liberal with guilt. Tried to get him to understand that he should be proud of his heritage. He rejected it. About a month ago, I found out he had his car stolen. About a month ago, I found out he had his car stolen. What's crazy is his car gets stolen. He justifies it. He's going to say that the reason why they stole was because the white man made them poor. The white man stole their resources, so they had to steal from me. Thank you, Combat Medic, for the super sticker. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Oh, my goodness. Listen, y'all. Listen. Listen, y'all. I got one more. Miss Goldie said, my parents own a landscaping business, and they always knew when they were approaching a black neighborhood because the grass was dead. You know what's crazy? Miss Goldie, you ever notice how when I was coming up, like there used to be stray dogs and cats everywhere in the hood, right? But some of them will have like 3 legs, like one leg would be missing. You know, they'd be running around, and we all used to wonder, like, why is that one leg always missing in the hood of those animals? Like, it'd be a cat with one leg, a dog with one leg. Like, why is it missing? Somebody said it's because the Chinese restaurants, it's like, that's the ones that got away. But anyway, it's just funny you mentioned the grass being dead because I was thinking about the animals missing a leg. But yeah, the yards are not well kept in the hood. Now, some yards in the hood are, but you can tell the people that's there don't even fool with the neighborhood. They don't even fool with them. They keep to their own little self right there. You know, like y'all know it too. Like in the if y'all ever grew up in like the hood, it'd all be like some nice houses or like with nice yards. Those folks didn't fool the community, and folks didn't bother them either though. Then he ran over the dog on purpose. Goodness. That's crazy. That's crazy. They ran over the dog on purpose. My goodness. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. When I was coming up, man, it used to be dogs and cats everywhere. And I'm talking about walking, just roaming and like it was crazy. Like they get hit on the side of the road, dead. Like it was nothing to see dead animals on the side of the road. Just it was nothing. It's just I don't know. No, them hood dogs will leave out all day and then come back home at night. You know, them hood dogs will leave out all day and come back at night. But listen, y'all, I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully by 9 o'clock. Hopefully, I'll be back by 9 o'clock tomorrow. But listen, y'all, I love y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all.